You're listening to Bush Radio. Bush Radio.
Your real talk radio.
Daganan kilo bejanin kom lo moham. Di beta maso sanalom. Muasa benge kaputo.
State Affairs.
State Affairs with Edmund Obilo. State Affairs with Edmund Obilo is live. Stay tuned.
The presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, has been excluded from the planned presidential debate being organized by the Nigeria Elections Debate Group, NEDG. This decision has not gone down well with Nigerians who feel the debate group is discriminatory. The debate being organized in collaboration with the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, BAN, will feature only 5 political parties from the more than 50 political parties parading presidential candidates. In a statement by the NEDG and BAN, the political parties are Obi Ezekwesili's Allied Congress Party of Nigeria, Fela Durotoye's Alliance for New Nigeria, and Buhari's All Progressives Congress. Completing the lineup are Atiku's People's Democratic Party and the Young Progressive Party of Kingsley Moghalu. In this interview, Omoyele Sowore speaks of his exclusion and his chances in the 2019 election. Your exclusion from the presidential debate planned by the Nigeria Election Debates Group has not gone down well with you. Is this what you call the beginning of electoral fraud?
Let me say that it's not only that it hasn't gone down well with me, it hasn't gone down well with Nigerians, the Nigerian populace. People are protesting around the country over it. They are protesting online and offline. And we think this is the beginning of a fraudulent process. Rigging of elections start from rigging of opinion and perception. And it's also an unconstitutional process because the Constitution provides explicitly for all candidates who are running a presidential election or any election for that matter to be given equal airtime and exposure in the media, specifically in debates. And this will be rigged out of it, and we understand that this is part of several layers of plans to rig us out of election as well.
Who is behind this plan?
We believe that the number of interests, principally I think it's been driven by the ruling party, the All Progressive Party, and the presidency. This is not the first time we will come under this kind of attack. In Kano, when we went for a rally, our venue was suddenly cancelled. You are aware that some members of our party were pasting posters, were arrested last week and illegally detained by the police, which led to their arraignment for, under cooked up charges. So we believe that this is being directed by the ruling party and those people who are, of course, enablers of undemocratic practices in our polity. So we have challenged the NEDG to provide the criteria or the variables that they employed in making this determination. They can't provide at this point, and a legal option is also in the works to challenge this in court.
Why should the ruling APC be afraid of Sowore and AAC?
That's a good question, but they've always been afraid of me because of my pedigree. I've been an investigative journalist who's been a thorn on their side. They're probably worried that a public debate will reveal a lot of things that probably a lot of people don't know before now about so many of the candidates. It's not only the APC that's afraid of Sowore. The PDP is also afraid. They have a candidate with a K-leg, and I'm not sure that this wasn't done even with the consent of some of the people who had been chosen, so that they'll provide a soft landing for them so during such a debate. But I don't have any evidence to show that. But you will understand why they'll be afraid. They've always been mortally afraid of people showing their weaknesses in public, and exposing them on live TV will not be something that will be palatable to them.
Did the debate group communicate their resolve to leave you out of the debate? And if yes, what reason was given?
No, the only way they have communicated is through a press release yesterday, when people called the DJ of the debate. But I did my own research too and found out that the chairman of Channels Television, John Momo, also had a personal issue with me through Sahara Report, that I think he was planning to become the president of the Alumni Association at the University of Lagos, and a lawsuit ensued from it. We were the only ones who reported it, and I think that probably adversely affected his chances or legitimacy, and he took issue with that. So I've heard so many things, but what's shameful is that there are non-governmental organizations who are part of the NEDG, who also participated in this illegal exclusion of my person and my party.
Your reference to the chairman of Channels can be called insinuation for now. You agreed, right?
Oh, yeah. It's not an insinuation. I've even tweeted it to the public, and he hasn't denied it.
Do you intend to be part of the debate if the group reconsiders its stand?
I will join the debate, and I will join other debates. I've been debating since I joined the race 9 months ago. I've done over 100 town hall meetings. I've debated people individually. I've debated even candidates on TV. I had an interesting debate with Kingsley Moghalu on TVC. So I've had public outing, not a debate now, but I was at Fela Aberration this year, and I spoke where Fela Drotoye spoke as well. So I enjoy debating issues. I enjoy debating ideas, and it would have been amazing, an opportunity to take on particularly the candidates of the APC and the PDP in the debates. And that's something that a lot of Nigerians don't want to miss as well, as you can tell from how the public is reacting. In fact, more and more people are reacting from even those who are not part of our party, that this is one debate we're looking forward to, if it included me.
Is it true that Sowore can be out of control when it comes to such debates?
I don't understand what they mean by being out of control. If speaking truth to power is being out of control, probably it's justified, but I have no idea what they mean by being out of control. I did not understand that part of the NDG's brief is to judge people on character. I thought it's the duty of Nigerian people to judge the character of leaders or people they want to elect into office after they watch a debate and consider other variables, not for NDG to be judging people before the fact. So That's wrong, and it's completely wrong, and they know it.
But where did that quotation come from, that Sowore can be out of control?
Well, it came from some of our sources within the NEDG when the decision was first taken. And then when people called the executive secretary or the director general of NEDG, a Siri, he said it, and I think I listened to it in one of the audio clips of a phone call to him by a concerned Nigerian. That part of the reason why they didn't make a choice, part of the things that they decided was character. He said it on tape. So then that tallies with our initial assessment that they were worried that I could say things that they don't want me to say. They pretty much want a debate where people are censored, and that was something I was going to agree to, because it's not their duty to tell me what to say. It's my job to sell my candidacy as best as I can in a public debate.
But you believe in decorum, right?
Oh, I don't know who else is more decorous than myself. If I wasn't decorous, I wouldn't have successfully done over 100 town hall meetings. Not only in Nigeria, I did 4 town hall meetings in Australia. I did over 6 or 7 in the US. I did 2 already in the UK. I did town hall meetings in Germany. I did in Italy with Nigerians and non-Nigerians in attendance. I've done town hall meetings in over 30 states in Nigeria. And since they lifted the ban on campaigning, I've done rallies in Kano, in Kazuare. I've done in Katsina. I did in Daura, President Buhari's hometown. I drove through his hometown and spoke to people in the most decorous manner. In fact, I walk around the country with no police protection, and there hasn't been any incident of violence associated with our campaign.
Is your activist temperament working against you already?
There's nothing like activist temperament. There is an attempt to muzzle freedom of speech. There's an attempt to deny a vibrant candidate of the platform to sell his ideas to the Nigerian people. MKO Abiola wasn't an activist when he won an election and was denied his platform. In fact, in this debate, someone like Donald Duke, who I don't generally agree with, is seen to be a temperamental person, but he was also skimmed out of the debate, even though his party is known to be a little bit popular, the SDP. So it has nothing to do with my activist temperament. It has to do with my ideas and their fear for, getting those ideas on a national platform, on primetime TV and radio. I think that's what they're scared of, not, my activism has done a lot of good to this country. It was my activism that brought about the democracy that we're enjoying today in Nigeria since 1999. So whatever that temperament has done for Nigeria should be good enough to also be allowed to get to most Nigerians. I think, having looked at my ideas, campaign strategies, and the fact that the followership has grown tremendously to become one of the most important political parties within the shortest period of time, which is 3 months. We're only 3 months old, AAC. I think they're scared that this will turn into a wildfire that will consume all of them. But they can't escape it.
Some would say that Sowore is not the only one that was excluded. So why the hue and cry?
That's exactly the reason why this is important. Don't forget that the hue and cry did not start from Sowore. It started from people who started questioning. And in fact, I didn't know about this until I saw it on Twitter that people were already complaining that I was, because I was not in the country when the decision was taken. I was in the US. And it came to my attention because other people were complaining. In fact, there are at least 3 candidates who were shortlisted for the debate who have also openly complained about my exclusion. Kingsley Moghalu, Duro Toye, and of course Obi Ezekwesili have all complained that it was unfair to have excluded me. But it is what the public is itching for my participation, and that's why you've seen an outrage.
Yes, like you mentioned, Ezekwesili, Moghalu, and Duro Toye have spoken in your support. Do you see the solidarity as something that should be nurtured as the elections approach?
Oh, we've been having conversations, and I'm sure we'll continue to have conversations that could bring us closer together to present a united front. This is exactly what I've been saying from the beginning. If this had happened to them, I probably have even taken a more radical position. Radical position being that I might have pulled out of the debate completely if I felt that people were unjustly excluded. So, and that tells something about the kind of leadership that we'll bring to bear on the country. As you can imagine, this is the first time in the history of Nigeria that the exclusion of one candidate from a debate will generate so much controversy and outrage. So, yes, I would love to keep talking to them and hope that they join us.
Members of your party have been charged to court for pasting posters at night, while others that protested were manhandled by the police. Does this break you?
No, not at all. You need to know my history a little bit to understand why this won't even make me flinch. When I was in my 20s, I was beaten up, rough-handled, tortured. I was expelled from the university for fighting for democracy. I was a student leader in this country. I've been shot at, I've been injected with poison before. All kinds of things have been done to me to break my spirit. And I'm still standing. This was in my 20s. I'm 47 years old now. I understand the color of injustice, and I know that this will only make me stronger. As a matter of fact, if I wasn't singled out for this particular kind of persecution, most people would not understand that my ideas are at issue in this election. And so it tells the story about resilience. And I'm very resolute, and I will continue to be resilient, not reticent or complacent.
The elections are fast approaching. Do you fancy your chances against the men who have the key to the resources of the Nigerian state?
I'll answer by saying that the man who had the key to the resources of Nigerian state in 2015 lost the election. So we're going to see a repeat of it. I have bright chances. I'm speaking and leading a movement that is advancing the aspiration of over 70% of our population who are young and old, and people who have been excluded from social, political, and economic system. People have been denied of bright opportunity at life. Bright chances. I'm not worried about people who hold the key to resources. We have all that, having access to stolen funds or illegal, access to the national treasury cannot guarantee election victory in this country. We've seen it before, and it will happen again.
Finally, President Muhammadu Buhari has refused to sign the amended electoral bill placed before him, and you have called for him to reverse that decision and put pen to paper. How do you feel about the president's decision?
I understand from what I've read and studied and researched about the electoral bill that they're probably scared of a particular section of it that allows for transmission of results from polling units to a central database, which will prevent further rigging of election after the fact. So that electronic transmission is what I heard they're mostly afraid of. So we've asked the president to sign a bill so that he will demonstrate readiness and seriousness, and that he's willing to compete in this election. People are genuinely afraid that without this electoral bill being signed into law, an election may not even happen. And it doesn't matter how the president sees it, he has to do what is needful and necessary. Let me also cautiously state that I do not trust our lawmakers. So it is important that we continue to research and look at what this electoral bill is in entirety, to understand that it also did not include in it some booby traps against Nigerian people, because these guys typically don't work in the interest of the masses.
So this is the time to take it back.
We're taking it back, and we're not looking back.
Omoyele Sowore, thank you for featuring on State Affairs.
Thank you so much, Edmund, and for bringing me on your show, and I hope to talk to you soon again.
Bush Radio.
Bush Radio.
Bush Radio. Surveying the world.